Hey everybody, welcome back. It's been a few days since I have been here, but it has just been so terribly hot. We finally reached our first 3-digit temperature, actual temperature, not heat index. Last week, I think it was either Thursday or Friday, somewhere in there. And it has just been so warm. I haven't been doing a whole lot of crochet because, you know, when you get home, you just want to sit in the dark in front of the fan and try and stay cool, right? Well, anyway, last night, plus we've been doing other things. We went and seen my mom, which mom has been making hats, y'all. She sent home 4 hats for me. Well, 3, and I already had another one that are usable. The ones that aren't usable that she has been giving me, I am recycling, which we will talk about this in a minute. But mom is actually doing really well. She got up and walked across the room and with her walker and showed me her clothes in her closet and told me what she was going to wear tomorrow and what she was wearing to church and all this kind of stuff. And then without her walker, she walked back across the room to her bed, and I took her walker back over to her and I says, well, you might want to have this over here so you don't get in trouble. She's like, shh, 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 don't tell them what I did. And I'm like, you know, not gonna say a word. But she is doing better. She is walking very well with her walker, and obviously without her walker, which she's not supposed to be doing. She said she has also been going down to the dining room and eating. Whether or not she eats the full meal, I rather doubt, because I spoke with the social worker a little bit briefly when we first got there before we went to see her. And they said she's still nibbling. She's not eating a whole lot, you know, full meals or anything. She's still eating like a bird, just little nibbles here and there. But she does seem to be adjusting much better now. She didn't mention anything about wanting to go home, which in my last update on my mom, I had mentioned how my aunt had gone to see her and she was talking like where she was home. So that is a good thing. I know she's not the ideal place where you want your parents to be in a nursing home, but at least in her condition, I know she's getting the best care that we can give her at this point. She's being offered meals, whether she eats them or not, and there is somebody there all the time to check in on her and help her if she does fall or something does happen. That is a big relief to me and to my sister and to the rest of my family. So there's an update on mom. And when I get a chance, I will share with you the hats that she has given me. And she did ask, she did, but she didn't ask for more yarn. She said she wanted to go yarn shopping. So, you know, she's feeling some better, because the last couple times we tried to get her to go yarn shopping before she fell, she just wasn't interested. So anyway, what is up with this? Well, last night I started this. This is a hat. This is one of those ribbed hats that I like to do. It's crocheted. This is one of the mom hooks. This is a green eye hook. It's a boy. It's weird it's green because my boys are like gold colored, but I dug this out because I couldn't find the one that I was wanting to use because it's probably in with another project. But anyway, mom had started a hat with this. It was obviously going to be too small for the preschoolers. It was more like a baby size hat. She uses a size N crochet hook and 2 strands of yarn. Now I have, obviously this is different than what's here because mom has tied on right here. Yeah, so what I am doing is, very carefully, I'm still using both strands of yarn like mom had. Like I said, I am doing this ribbed hat that is my favorite hat to do, my favorite crochet hat. And I actually am doing it in 2 color. It is a spiral. It might be difficult to tell. I don't know. Oh, I think it's easier to tell on the screen for me looking at it than to tell just looking at the actual project. But what I'm doing is I start out with 10 of one, 10 of the other, and I am just spiraling it around. So here's where one side was, and here is where the other side is, straight across from each other. So I'm just going around. Right now, all I'm doing is just the body of the hat. So I have, you know, they're both sitting at the same spot right now. I have a stitch marker on, well, just one of them, because this is where I'm getting ready to go. This one has a stitch marker on it because this is the last row that I just finished. So what this is, this color yarn here, I know it is a loops and threads. I don't know the colorway on this. I have used it for something. I can't remember what, but I've used it for something this year. But she paired that with this pink. I don't know what it's called. It's probably another loops and threads, or, well, that's the only place she shopped was Michael's. But it is a pink that has like a yellow, blue, white twist with it. So I have paired those two, and it's kind of difficult to separate this yarn. So what I've been doing is, oh, that one's fine. As you've seen, I have a little clippy here. Well, I have separated it kind of sort of up to where this clippy is. The rest of this goes straight to the ball. We'll have to work on that later because we're not quite there yet. Watch, I'll get this all tangled up and have to start over. But I mean, this is what I have, and all I am doing is I am just pulling it out, and I'm trying to separate it the best that I can, and so it's not so twisted up. And these do get twisted a little bit after I separate them, but hopefully this should be enough to get me back around, at least to over here. It might get me back over here. You know, I don't know which side it's going to get me to, but it should get me around far enough that, you know, or however far it makes it, I will just pull some more off of here. I'll kind of show you what I do. I just pull some yarn off of here, and then I will undo my clippy like this. I know this one's on this side, so I will just sit here and I will pull it apart. Yeah, I know it's getting tangled, but I just kind of pull it apart so far. And then where I stop and it's still twisted, I just put the clippy on it to hold it. And then I try to keep these two different colors separated the best that I can. So that's what I started last night. It was the reason I started another project instead of working on my previous projects, which I did. There's somebody standing outside. I did work on my Stitches Right blanket a little bit, but once we turned the big light out, I just had a small light to work with, and this was something that was a whole lot easier that I could do and see instead of like the Stitches Right blanket or that other faux popcorn stitch blanket that I have been working on. Those are probably just gonna have to wait until it cools off a little bit, because tell you what, guys, I used to say that I loved hot weather. I'm getting to the point where I don't really like the hot weather anymore. I'd rather have the cooler temperatures. I know, sounds crazy, because I complain about those too. But, you know, okay, the in-between temperatures, between hot and cold. So, yeah, that is a little update on my mom. We did go see her, like I said, this past week. And she was doing really good. And I think that's all I have for you, because I haven't really been doing a whole lot. I hope you guys are doing good. I hope you're staying cool, and I will see you in my next video.